So we're gonna get started. It is 6:01. I'm gonna bring our regular board meeting on this Wednesday, March 20th, 2024 to order. If we could start with a roll call, please.
Yes. Dr. Michael Thomas,
Present.
Laura Dowden,
Present.
David Shepherd. Absent. Rachel Merrickwin,
Present.
Denise Jones, yes. Mike Wallmiller,
Present.
Colleen Clemzak.
Present.
Roll call taken.
Great. If we could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance,
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I have just one change for the agenda. There is an item on the third page, item number 16, the non-resident student information. We are removing that. We do not have that to act on today. So it's item number 16 on the third page. Non-resident student information will be removed from the agenda. Accepting that,
The Roman numerals were throwing me off.
I know, right? XVI,
I
thank you,
know.
right? Oh my gosh. We had this conversation already today, yes. Thank you, third from last. So, other than that change, if I could have a first motion to approve the agenda in front of us?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Excellent, and a second, please.
Second.
And a roll call.
Dr. Michael Thomas,
Yay.
Mike Wallmiller,
Yay.
Denise Jones, yes. Rachel Merrickwin,
Yes.
Laura Dowden,
Yay.
Colleen Clemzak,
Yes.
David Shepherd.
Yes, yes, yes.
Excellent. And if you could show that. David's
For the record, David Shepherd is in attendance for today.
Excellent, thank you so much. So I'm gonna turn it over to our interim superintendent, Dr. Judy Hackett. But I first wanna say welcome again and thank you for joining us a little earlier than expected, but with grace and aplomb. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are so grateful to have you with us and appreciate all that you're doing for 124. You and Dr. Carlson are a great superintendent
Thank
team,
you so much.
thank you.
Wow.
Okay.
My pleasure, Madam President,
Thank you.
and good evening all. It is really an honor to serve with Dr. Carlson as your interim superintendent. We certainly did hit the ground running when I started. I think I got the text from Dr. Woodland and said, "Oh, I'll be there tomorrow."
Little bit ahead of time.
But it truly has been a great, I don't even know if it's a learning experience, but just reaffirming. I did mention when I came here last time that I have worked in this area many years ago, and so this has been like a full circle for me, and really been a pleasure. I hope to spend more time out in the schools in some weeks to come, but the last couple of weeks we've been pretty busy just getting ready for tonight and a number of other things. With that, just a few things. We just advance. I don't know if everyone knows that today is International Day of Happiness, but coincidentally, my first board meeting and International Day of Happiness. The theme for 124 this year fits perfectly in terms of happier together, and certainly everything that I've seen thus far in 124 really emulates that. That our emphasis on happiness really does come from that feeling of connection and working together for a bigger purpose for the students that we serve. So we are thrilled to be able to recognize that. There are smiley face cookies in the back for you on your way out, but
Cupcakes and cookies.
cupcakes and cookies,
Yeah.
a little bit of sugar
Celebrate.
goes a long way.
Absolutely.
And now,
Aw, yay.
but a cutie, and I hope I'm not blocking anyone. I know Dr. Woodland would be thrilled that you are all seeing their adorable baby Tess Marie, born on Tuesday, March 5th. A long process that evening, but 6 pounds, 7 ounces, and 19 inches long, and just as precious as can be. So, in keeping with our theme for tonight, really a bundle of happiness for Jenna and her family. There are so many things to celebrate as well. If we go back, and we can probably see one person here that participated, I
Mr.
think.
Liska.
Yes.
Looking a little,
Again, District 124 and St. Baldrick's raised over $50,000 to help support children with cancer. I watched, I was on Channel
WGN?
9 WGN News, so very proud of our Evergreen Park community and the important thing that you do for children. So a shout out to everyone. You can see some great pictures from that day and smiles everywhere.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
There,
Okay.
that looks fun too. And then the next picture is just a group shot of everyone kind of all stretched out. Again, and one of my favorite quotes, happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. And those are just a few of the really happy children across the district. So shout out to everyone that participated and the good work continuing. All right. The next part is also has been a group effort, and you have the updated proposed calendar in front of you. I think we made one minor change to a word, so that's the one that you have in front. Just some of the highlights, and there was a lot of input from staff and from the community, and so those changes are reflected in this proposed calendar. Really, the focus of this calendar, again, is to maximize instructional time with really cohesive, as many 5-day weeks as possible in terms of student attendance. Also, the continued PD, including 3 full institute days prior to the start of the school year, so you can really maximize professional growth. Observing the Veterans Day, that is obviously November 11th. And so there will be some activities either before or after that day, but there'll be an observation, no attendance on Veterans Day. Again, another important focus is parent-teacher conferences that will take place during the week of Thanksgiving, and there will be no student attendance that week. The winter break was the one that really was part of the discussion as well, is that the attendance will go all the way through December 20th, and then the break will begin December 23rd through January 8th. And then teachers would participate in an institute day on the 7th, and students would return on the 8th. Spring break, again, coincides with the holiday in the spring. So that is late in 2025. So it would be April 18th through the 25th, and then the last day of attendance would be June 6th. Any questions on that from the board?
I'm glad we have the Veterans Day, because I remember when the community came here and
Of
said they
course.
wanted to
Yeah.
to have that with their families.
So that was important. So this is a reflection of that.
And our students have the opportunity to still
Yeah.
have an event
Yeah.
that's every year too, so that's great.
That's the conclusion of my update.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Mr. Grossi?
Statement of expenditures in February. The main change in expenditures was salaries and benefits, as most months. No unique purchasing was done this month. Statement of revenues, we received roughly $3.2 million in revenues during the month of February. Roughly $2.6 million of this came from property taxes, roughly $500,000 came from evidence-based funding, and roughly $100,000 came from miscellaneous grant reimbursements. And as a result, the fund balances went up roughly $1 million. And then we received a FOIA request from a Miss Sherry Reed of Smart Procure, and that FOIA has been completed.
Okay.
Any questions? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Carlson?
Yes, I think I have some people helping me out tonight, so
Oh, I
let's
like
see,
that.
the first one, this one is me. That's me. So I'm here tonight for Angela Iverson to present on Evergreen Reads, which is always a big and exciting event. So we're excited to announce that this year's title is JD and the Great Barber Battle. So this is the book that has been chosen. So a little bit about it. This book is by Jay Dillard. JD has a big problem. It's the night before the start of 3rd grade, and he's gotten an awful at-home haircut by his mom.
We're just talking about
So there you go. So after a day of relentless teasing, he takes matters into his own hands and does his own barbershop within his bedroom.
Oh.
And turns out he is very good with the clippers, which upsets a local shop owner in the town, and therefore the great barber battle begins. So this is a book, reading level for grade 3 and up, but we have some great books that we're going to incorporate along with the theme for the younger students as well. So that would be The Hair Book by Graham Tether, I Love My Curly Hair by Kiera Wilson, and My Hair is Magic by M.L. Marquand. There are also 2 additional books within these series, so it's one that really can kind of hook kids in and then get them reading that whole entire series after. So we hope that all the students in the community joins us in reading JD and the Great Barber Battle this year. There will be 25 free books within each of the school buildings to pick up, and we'll also have some copies here at the district office for families to get. And for their planning in school and after school activities. So all of the information will be on the Evergreen Reads Facebook page, so we encourage people to like and follow that for all of the updates. So very excited for Evergreen Reads. It will start right after spring break is when we'll kick it off.
I've always enjoyed the books that were chosen. They're just phenomenal.
Fun to do with the family and everybody. So
It's
yes,
awesome.
we're excited. Thank you. And next up, Dr.
Yeah. If we can't have one Jenna, we have another Jenna.
Hi everyone, so I'm so excited to share about our successful academic excellence breakfast. So part of our school improvement work this year has been focused on moving our 5 essential categories, specifically involved families, collaborative teachers, and supportive environment from weak to neutral or strong. So within the involved families category, our goal was to bring families in just to celebrate all the good that is happening in our building. So we did host a celebratory breakfast for students and their families who were recognized as Student of the Month from August to January, and or because some students were recognized both as Student of the Month and received an academic star, or if they received an academic excellence star for quarter 1 and quarter 2. So Students of the Month are nominated by each team, so like 7th grade gold, 7th grade green, and specials. And then students receive an academic excellence star on their locker if they earned a 3.5 GPA or higher in quarter 1 or quarter 2. So we did have a lot of students that qualified for the breakfast, which is great. So we had to split it over 2 days just because of the capacity of our cafeteria and the food and all of that. So we did have a total of 300 people attend, so 150 students, and then because of capacity, we just limited it to 1 guest. But it really was successful, and then once the students left, they got, and you can see in there, but they either got a star if they were if they received an academic excellence star, or a Panther paw if they were a Student of the Month to put on their lanyards. So that was really cute. And I just want to say, oh, and then also student leaders helped out with checking students in and then also checking families in at the door. So it was a good opportunity for them as well. And this couldn't have happened without a lot of people's help. So Melissa, thank you to her. She's the one who created those cute little things that we put the pins in. Julie Henry, who's here for the food. Thank you for that. And then Jim and Kevin for setting up the breakfast, and then Julie and Matt helped a lot with all of the invitations and the RSVPs. So it was a team effort, but it was really great.
And we have another?
We're gonna do another one. I still have to work out the criteria for that because with
I
quarter
just jumped
4
ahead.
ending. Oh no, that's okay.
Why don't we appreciate the work that was done? I'm so sorry. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Let's appreciate the good work. And we get to celebrate more.
Yes, we
Thank
will
you,
have to figure
sorry.
out. I'm just still working out the logistics of quarter 4 because of when it ends and where to host, but we will be doing one to recognize students that won Student of the Month from January on, and then quarter 3 grades were due today, so I'll be working on the stars. And when you believe, I had 5 students, Lavin already knows this, email me today being like, are the stars ready for me to help you with? Because they wanna cut and help me put them up on the lockers.
How fun.
Yeah, so I was like, I really do appreciate the help because cutting all the stars takes a lot of work. So I was like, just hang tight. I'm like, email me tomorrow, so.
They're so ready. They wanna know if they got a star.
Yes,
Great.
and they wanna walk around and put them on their peers' lockers.
Very
which is fun.
cool.
So yeah, it was really successful.
That's awesome. All right.
Alright, I'm doing the next one too.
Okay.
So this is more information on the fifth grade transition at CMS. So in order to help make the transition from fifth to sixth grade as seamlessly as possible, we are going to host a fifth grade step-up day, which we normally do. So it's designed just to give fifth graders access to an abbreviated middle school experience. The benefits of doing this, it allows the students to just become familiar with the school, to see the lockers, to see the building, to just have a feel for what to expect when they come in the summer and then for next year. And hopefully will alleviate some of the anxiety about just a physically new place. It also, middle school does have a different environment and atmosphere than elementary, so it also can give them a feel for teachers that they might have next year, how to transition from one class to the other, and just have them experience just a new environment and expectations. And then it'll also be an opportunity for them to feel more connected. They'll be able to meet students from other buildings and get a feel too for what their next year will look like. So they're gonna spend time with their core teachers, their specials teachers, and then they're gonna end the day in the cafeteria with admin. We'll introduce ourselves, go through cafeteria expectations and other important information, give time for questions, and then we will give them a cookie and a Pop-It for their lanyard. So it should be fun.
There you go.
Hopefully it'll be a good first experience for
What day is
next year.
that?
It is going to be Friday, May 31st.
So after graduation.
Yes.
Like the eighth graders will be all
Freshly
graduated,
graduated.
yes, freshly minted, and then we'll have the, because otherwise you've got 4 classes there.
Yeah, so I communicated with the elementary principals. They have a form that they'll send to families where the parents will sign a permission slip.
Okay.
And then it actually works out too, because then, since the 8th graders are gone, the 7th graders, the current 7th graders will meet the 8th grade teachers, and
Oh,
then
they
the
get a
current
step
6th
up too.
graders will meet, yes.
Yeah.
So all around it'll be a fun day.
Like you planned it or something. Okay, that's great. I know that we've heard in years past that that's been really appreciated. I know my kids would have probably liked that, because it's scary.
Yeah, it is.
New is hard. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
We have Mrs. Berry up next, who is going to do a summer school update.
Awesome. Summer school. Let's
I
think
mean, let's
summer
all just sit
thoughts,
back and
right?
think.
Oh, I like that.
Warm thoughts.
Warm thoughts. It's sunny. We'll take sunny, I guess.
Okay, so just wanted to debrief you and update you on our summer school preliminary decisions. So the dates are going to be instructional dates June 11th through July 11th. June 10th will actually be an institute day for the summer school staff. We will operate Monday through Friday. We will be located at Southeast School. The instructional times will be from 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. We already have 48 staff members signed up with interest, so we're really excited about that, and over 200 referrals. So we already are hitting the ground running and starting to organize for that. So yeah, and that's it. That's all I have right now. Any questions about that?
That's a lot.
I know, it's good.
It's awesome.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna roll right from summer to fall.
You know, it's what we do.
So just a little update on our kindergarten registration that kicked off online on Monday, March 11th. So we have our date slotted for our kindergarten open houses at our elementary buildings. Those are scheduled for Wednesday, May 8th, 3:30 to 4:30. And then we have our kindergarten screenings Tuesday, May 14th at Northwest and Southwest, and then Wednesday, May 15th, Northeast and Southeast. So here's what we have right now, well, as of 3/19 from Elizabeth Lopez, who's very busy. So she kind of broke it out on pre-registered kindergarten, so we have a total of 38 online new kindergarten registrations. And then she usually slots our kindergarten and pre-K program, so those students are considered returning. So she started making her appointments. So she had 6 appointments yesterday and was scheduled to have 4 today. So if no one cancels, she'll have 23 students at the end of the week fully enrolled and 15 students waiting. So obviously, we know it's continuous process. We typically close it on the 26th, we're closing it on April 26th, and then obviously we reopen. And then all of our students are starting to register, like re-register. If you go to the next slide, this is what Lisa is giving to our parents, a flyer. So each school has QR codes, so once they're fully registered, they can sign up for their screenings at their individual buildings. And then similar to last year, we did have a screening in the fall before school started as well for our kindergarten students from that big,
Replacement.
from that big chunk of time. So busy here at the district office.
Is it on course for other years, or because we've changed everything to, like, changed it all up, is it hard to say? Like, did we have the same system in place last year?
Yeah, pretty much we have the same system. I think what we were trying to do this year is making sure that once they're registered, like all families, just trying to coordinate with our building secretary who've been really great and taking some of the work out, so,
Sure.
you know, here, grab this QR code here, register now.
That's so cool.
So some of that work is out of the way and families, you know, have that information actually come.
Because like 5th to 6th, kindergarten is scary sometimes,
Right.
right? So.
So
that's
like our
awesome.
pre-K program, we've already sent a letter to all our pre-K students, just letting them know that you're not considered like a new student. You're considered an existing student, so you don't have to register as a new kindergarten student, and then we'll give them the open house. And typically, we try to do the screenings within the pre-K classrooms, because we obviously only have pre-K at 2 of the buildings, so.
Sure. Nice.
And then each building obviously hosts their own screening and setups. Pretty similar, but a little different, so. Just trying to streamline the process.
Sounds pretty awesome.
So we also have a little bit of a Special Olympics update. So our update, so we have 52 athletes participating and we have 13 coaches. Practices began this week and they'll continue through May. Athletes practice several stations that include skill-based and unified focus. So I know I spoke with some of the coaches today who just commented on how fun it was already to have some of the students participating. So really excited. Amanda has been great. And we are meeting again next week with our Special Olympics coordinator to hammer out some details for our May event. So excited about that.
That's awesome. Great to see that come together. Thank you.
Yeah. And then lastly, we have our Neurodiversity Spirit Week, Love Minds of All Kinds. So April, we are celebrating as a district, increasing awareness of neurodiversity throughout the month of April. So this month and these plans really came from our Special Education's Behavior Subcommittee. So shout out to our committee chair, Grace Habercorn, Kathleen Kasperwitz, Katie Hine, Amanda Carberry, and now Grace Sherman Amanda Hattar, that's our committee. So what's going on in April? So all staff will be receiving our neurodiversity t-shirts. So very excited about that. And then we will start advertising on Friday for our families and students who can purchase a t-shirt as well. So 3/25 through 3/31. So again, we are sending out flyers, principals are posting in their newsletters. And then we have Kyle posting on all our web pages, shoplemolade.com. So Ms. Habercorn has spent a little bit of time designing that t-shirt, which I'll show you in a minute. They'll also be doing neurodiversity lessons. So that's split into 3, primary, intermediate, and middle school. So our assistant principals are going to be doing the primary and intermediate lessons. So Kathleen Kasperwitz and Megan Franco. They haven't secured the book yet, but they are doing a read aloud and then some discussion questions. So overall, the goal of the book is to, promote acceptance and understanding and inclusion. And then at the middle school level, Amanda Hattar and Grace Habercorn will be doing lessons in students' advisories. They will be showing the Pixar short Float. I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen that. It's pretty empowering. So they will watch that and then they will lead out a discussion as well. And then we will have a designated Spirit Week. If you want to flip to that. Oh, here's our t-shirt. So our t-shirt, that'll be available. EP family. So again, all staff will receive a t-shirt and then we'll be advertising it through all our media outlets for students and families. And then encouraging on Friday, so here's our Spirit Week, so Movement Monday will be 422. Take an extra movement break during the day, wear mismatched socks. Tie-dye Tuesday, wear tie-dye or an outfit with multiple colors. Wear your passion Wednesday, I'm excited to see what this looks like. There's something you're passionate about. Thinking Cap Thursday, 425, wear a fun headband, hat or hairstyle. And then Friendship Friday, make a rainbow colored friendship chain around the school. And then here's where we're gonna, ask everyone to wear their neurodiversity t-shirts or other school spirit wear. So pretty excited about this. I think it'll be great. We talked about doing our rainbow colored friendship chain around the district office too, so
Nice.
maybe we'll keep it up.
That happens to be CMS Career Day, so I'm like, I already tried to buy a shirt and links aren't up yet.
Yes.
But I was like, oh,
Not yet,
yeah,
sorry.
that's exciting.
Yeah, we're super excited. That's it.
That's a lot. It's a whole lot. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, we are on to public comments. A few reminders specifically about the logistics for the public comment portion of every meeting, including this evening, as is posted on our agenda publicly for every meeting. To respect all of our stakeholders, our commenters, our board, our public, we adhere very closely to the 3-minute limit for comments for everyone. We will set a timer and we expect everyone to respect their 3 minutes. In addition, we do not respond to public comments at board meetings, but we do hear them. We respect, we listen to, and we take into account all of the community member concerns. If there's a specific question that comes up that we can respond to after the meeting, we will do so tomorrow or Friday. I have one green card. Is there just the one?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
Still daylight out, but good evening. My name is Charles Harper, Field Service Director for Local 943 with the IFT. In recent weeks, we have become aware of a hostile work environment here at Evergreen Park. Now, I should say from the start, we are appreciative and recognize the work that the administration has done to rectify this hostile work environment. And between the support of our members and the support of the administration, we think that we are headed in the right direction. But it would be irresponsible for me to be aware of a hostile work environment going on, especially if the call is coming essentially from inside the building, as the old movie quote goes, and not make a statement. Again, we understand that the district is working on its best way forward to protect and work forward toward a perceived and real safe working environment for our members and its employees on this particular issue. But I have to say, as the IFT, I have a responsibility again to say that it can't fall away from being recognized that it is the employer, and we can't divorce ourselves from being in that position as a board and or an administration, that I and the IFT would have to take further action, not that we see that the board is not working in good faith with us to rectify this situation. But as you can see here today, that there are a lot of people concerned about how this happened, could it happen in the future, and that we, again, want to make sure that we are clearing the way to make sure that this doesn't happen. We want to cultivate this good working relationship without having to do anything about it as the IFT, but we do have a responsibility as an organization to members that belong to the union to do everything in our power to provide that safe working environment in any school district across the state. Thanks.
Thank you for your time, Charlie. Okay. On to board reports. Ms. Jones, you just had an Arrow meeting on Monday.
Yeah, this is not a very detailed meeting. Very clean cut and easy. So, we spoke about, we had a facilities update, where IHC, stated they will be completing some work during spring break. Also, they'll be replacing all of the tile in the building because of some discolorization. So, during the summer, they'll be completing all, replacing
Yeah.
all of the tile in the building. And also, we spoke about the articles of agreement, they were amended and they will be sent out for board approval by May.
You may not know this, and I don't know if you know the answer. Is that on the Arrow budget to replace all those tiles,
No.
or is that a construction budget?
It's a construction budget.
That's good to hear.
It's in
Okay.
a part of the warranty and all that
Okay.
good stuff.
I like hearing those words, cause we've watched those tiles, and there's a lot of tiles.
There's a lot of tile.
It's a redo.
Okay.
$50 million, they should stay the same color for at least a year.
It shouldn't be that. Some of the, they like a lot of color in different ways, but not if it's not on purpose. Okay. Excellent. District review team meeting, that would be me. So we had, and Ms. Jones, but I'll get you off the hook. So we had a district review team, meeting on the 26th of February. There was one staff question, and then we focused on the 24-25 academic calendar, which we have already heard from Dr. Hackett regarding. The staff question had to do with making sure that interventionists have substitute coverage when they're absent, so that our students still receive services. So, there were some things that were already put in place and balls rolling in that direction so that that would be met. And our next DIRT meeting is this coming Monday at 3:30, right here. And then I am also presenting on, did you guys have any questions for DIRT? The Mulcrone Scholarship discussion. I got an update from Jenna Moeller already back there when I was walking in. So the Mulcrone Scholarship, the online application page is live for the Mulcrone Scholarship. Thank you to Dan Lee for answering all of my repeated, yes, thank you. Can we change this? Can we tweak that? Yes, you're very patient. And so thank you for that. It's up and running. Thank you to the CMS admin team for sharing the information with our CMS staff and students. And the information is also included in our weekly district newsletter. I did print up in my copious notes. So I know the Klimzak boys had Mrs. Mulcrone many years ago, but the criteria for selection for our CMS students include a demonstrated commitment to intramural and interscholastic sports at Central Middle School, particularly volleyball, good sportsmanship, a dedication to academic study, and good citizenship. And the deadline for that is April 9th, because Michael Allmiller said, wouldn't it be good for the families and students to have a chance over break to complete that? So that was a good advice. Okay, and we will then review those applications at the April board meeting, which is a week later than normal because of break, so it's the 24th, but that's the plan, so. Okay, and yep, I already have 2 applications, so I love getting those. It's great to hear about our students doing good work. Any questions? Cool, okay. We're gonna move on to item 8, which is our action items. We have item A on the consent agenda is to, number 1, approve the monthly transaction reports for February of 2024. Number 2 is to approve the fund balance reports for February of 2024. Number 3 is to approve expenditure report and projected payroll report for March of 2024. Number 4 is to approve the board minutes from the special meeting of February 12th, 2024. Number 5 is to approve the board minutes from the regular meeting of February 21st, 2024. Number 6 is to approve the closed session minutes from the regular meeting of February 21st, 2024. Number 7 is to approve destruction of closed session tapes from November of 2019. And number 8 is the personnel recommendations that are listed on our agenda. Additions, child rearing leave, FMLA, unpaid medical, resignation with intent to retire, and resignations for the end of the school year. So if I could have a first motion to approve consent agenda item number,
I make the motion.
thank you, and, thank you. Sorry, and a roll call.
Mike Wallmiller.
Yay.
Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yay.
Lauren Dowden.
Yay.
David Shepherd. Rachel Merrickwin.
Yes.
Denise Jones, yes. Colleen Clemzak.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Oh my gosh, you guys crack me up. Item number B is to approve the school calendar for the 24-25 school year as presented this evening. If I could have a first motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
And a second,
Second.
and a roll call, please.
Rachel Merrickwin.
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yes.
David Shepherd.
Yes.
Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yes.
Denise Jones, yes.
Just shaking it up, aren't we guys?
Mike Wallmiller.
Yay.
Colleen Clemzak.
Yes,
Motion
yes,
passed.
I'm gonna stay consistent, you guys are killing me. Item number C is to approve the summer school program that was presented by Terry Berry. If I could have a first motion, please?
Motion to approve summer school schedule.
Excellent, and a second, excellent, all right, and a roll call, please.
Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yay.
Michael Wallmiller.
Yay.
Denise Jones, yes. Rachel Merrickwin.
Yes.
David Shepherd.
Yes.
Yes,
Lauren Dowden.
Yes.
Colleen Clemzak.
yes.
Motion passed.
Excellent. So item number D is for us to approve the Board of Education donation to Evergreen Reads for purchase of this year's book selection. The board usually foots the bill for all of that, and we are happy to do so. And I made sure with Eric Grossi that the board has money in the board budget to do such things, because I want to be responsible, and the answer is yes. So, we don't have a number amount since Angela's not here, but we will do that. So, item D then is to approve the Board of Education donation to Evergreen Reads for purchase of this year's book selection. If I could have a first motion, please.
Motion to approve the donation for Evergreen Reads.
Excellent, and a second, please.
I'll second.
And a roll call.
Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yes.
Rachel Merrickwin.
Yes.
David Shepherd.
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yes.
Denise Jones, yes. Michael Wallmiller.
Yay.
Colleen Clemzak.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Excellent. So we will now be recessing to closed session to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the district or legal counsel for the district, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee or against legal counsel for the district to determine its validity, referencing 5 ILCS 120/2 C1, evidence or testimony presented to a school board regarding denial of admission to school events or property pursuant to section 2424 of the school code, provided that the school board prepares and makes available for public inspection a written decision setting forth its determination, reasoning, reference to 5 ILCS 120/2 C 4.5, student disciplinary cases, referencing again 5 ILCS 12/20 C9, and the placement of individual students in special education programs and other matters relating to individual students, referencing 5 ILCS 120/2 C10. We will be taking action, there will be board action after closed session today, and we will not continue live streaming, so those are usually what we leave up to date. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to adjourn to closed session, at 6:40.
I held the record for
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, that 1 week you weren't here.
That 1 week I wasn't here and it was the world's